Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, caffeinating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to list the box. What item is encompassed inside this hefty, tangible, nifty, bulky box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It'll only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What item have I prompted? What item have I drawn forth? What item have I elicited? Let's find out. I have a myriad of clone shock troopers. They're also known by the moniker of shock troopers. Are these figurines a paradigm of perfection? Are they the epitome of resounding perfection? Are they the embodiment of perfection? That's subjective. That's for you to determine. You could assess these figurines' merits down to the nitty-gritty details to determine whether or not they warrant a hefty, staggering premium price. Do I love these figurines? Do they appease me? Do they tickle my fancy? Let's find out. Here's the first shock trooper. He's wielding an armament. He can decimate anyone within his vicinity. His counterpart, another shock trooper, also has the divine capability to ravage anyone within his vicinity. If you're within their proximity, then be vigilant. Be wary. Ease on the side of caution. Or I should say err on the side of caution. So here are two shock troopers. Are they homogeneous to one another? Who knows? They most likely are. Are they doppelgangers? Are they carbon copies? Do they look akin to one another? Of course they do. Do they have any salient differences? I highly doubt it. I can't distinguish any major differences between them. They're not marred with scuffs or scratches or dings or dents. They're practically in mint and pristine condition. They're practically unscathed. They have pegals embedded in the bottom of their feet. I'm unsure whether or not their helmets can be removed. I presume that they can be. I love their aesthetics. I love their shadings. I love their deco. I love their textures. I love their sculpt. Or I should say I love their sculpts. I pretty much love everything about these figurines. My only gripes appertaining to these figurines are that they lack finger joint articulation, they lack an ankle pivot, they lack a diaphragm joint, their knees and elbows are not double jointed. So here's two of them. They're both armed to the T. Perhaps I'm exaggerating a bit, but at least they come with their corresponding weapon. Here's another shock trooper. We have two more, as well as an exorbitant amount of shock troopers encompassed within the bag that I've yet to liberate. Are they autonomous? No. Are they hunks of plastic? Yes. Are they inanimate? Perhaps. Or is it pronounced inanimate? Who knows? Here's two more of them, followed by the Brethrens, which include more homogeneous shock troopers. I'm dehydrated. I'm famished. I need to finish this video before I collapse. I'm on the cusp of passing out. They also come bundled with a plethora of stands. These action figures are apparently derived from the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith action figure line. They can be seen in the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith movie, Star Wars Episode 3. which I advocate and recommend seeing if you haven't witnessed it yet. It's a phenomenal flick. It has merit. It's a stupendous movie. They also come bundled with antennas that you have the autonomy to equip at your own discretion. Will you desist from equipping their antennas, or will you embrace their antennas and augment and embellish these figurines? I'm going to partake in equipping their antennas, likely off camera. It's too much of a hassle and a burden to do it now. Is it cumbersome? No. You need to be meticulous amid doing so. If not, then equipping them will be more cumbersome than necessary. So, once again, I purchased a copious amount of shock troopers. Apparently they're an elite unit of clone troopers. They're dispatched to terminate the adversaries of the Republic. Are they more stoic? Are they wiser? More diligent? And more powerful than the typical average clone trooper, perhaps? These clone troopers have fortitude, they have zeal, they have stamina, they're shrewd, they're astute, they have keen senses, they're adamant about ascertaining victory and vanquishing their foes. So, once again, here are 3 of the shock troopers. I believe that I now have at least 12 clone shock troopers, or shock troopers for short. They stand roughly 3.75 inches tall, so they coincide eminently well with a 4-inch prodigious action figure collection. These are quite exquisite, remarkable figurines. I love their sculpts, I love their aesthetics, I love their deco. They're just incredible figurines. I just would have preferred if they had more points of articulation. I also would have preferred if they were a bit taller. But for what I received, I can't really complain too much. I can't rant, rave, and bluster too much. Why not? Well, I recollect paying under $5 per figurine. Apparently I received, let me just count real briefly. They're relegated to my mattress at the moment. Apparently I received 11 shock troopers. I thought I received 12, but that's not the case. Unless the seller desisted from incorporating a 12's shock trooper within the lot. Actually, I should have said the polar opposite. I thought I received 12, but I made a blunder. I actually received 11. The seller likely desisted from incorporating an 12th clone trooper into the lot, so I received 12. I was about to say, unless the seller incorporated a 12th clone trooper into the lot that I missed, then I'm wrong on my report or head count of clone troopers received. I hope you're not flustered or baffled or discombobulated. In other words, I received only 11 shock troopers. So these are the variants of the clone troopers. They're technically considered clone troopers. They're a special unit of clone troopers. Are they subsumed under the elite upper echelon cohort of clone troopers? Perhaps, who knows? They're probably more wealthy, more affluent than the average clone trooper. I would presume that their salary is commensurate with the amount of value they provide to the Republic. They fend off evil, they ward off evil, they thwart evil. They're noble, stoic, valiant, audacious warriors who have the temerity to charge into the fray of battle and safeguard the forces of good in dire need of aid. So these figurines are not abysmal. They warranted a premium price of under $5. Because I paid under $55 for the lot, I can't really complain too much. What else? I think they're phenomenal in practically all facets. I can't detect or pinpoint any major defects associated with the clone troopers. So for under $55, this purchase and decision was not an asinine one. I have no major gripes appertaining to this purchase and decision, other than the fact that they lack articulation in certain areas and they're relatively short in stature. But they were taller and they had more points of articulation than these figurines would be the quintessential clone troopers. So overall, I love the shock troopers. They have tremendous intrinsic value. They also are meritorious. That's my humble, objective opinion. You can't go wrong buying shock troopers if you're an avid, devout Star Wars fan. These figurines eminently appease me. They tickle my fancy. They appeal to my niche interests. So I'm gratified, I'm jubilant, I'm content, I'm buoyant. I have no qualms about this purchase and decision. In retrospect, I would have purchased more if I could find them for under $5 each. So here they are once again. I don't need to reiterate myself. I don't need to be redundant. I've already stated the obvious. I've made myself abundantly clear. And just to be blatantly honest with you, I would like to conclude by saying these figurines deserve to be flaunted on any action figure collector's shelves. They unequivocally have merit in all aspects. Perhaps your sentiments appertaining to these figurines are disparate from mine. Perhaps you believe that they're shoddy and lackluster, but I beg to differ. I think that they are worthwhile figurines, so that's everything that I wanted to divulge and notify you of. 11 shock troopers for under $55, not an asinine purchase and decision, in my opinion. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Bye.